Hey, Heartland fans! Season 18, Episode 10 has arrived, bringing with it a whirlwind of emotions, difficult decisions, and painful farewells. Amy's journey has been a roller coaster of grief, love, and healing, but in this episode, the stakes are higher than ever. Who will Amy choose to stand by her side, Caleb or Nathan? Will Nathan's constant support be enough to win her heart? And what about Lou? Is her battle for survival over, or is there still hope? Get ready for an emotional ride, Heartland fans, because Season 18 is about to hit hard. The stakes are higher than ever, and Lou's journey has taken a heartbreaking turn. Is her condition as hopeless as it seems, or is there still a glimmer of hope for a miracle? With tension building, every moment is filled with uncertainty. The episode begins with Lou's critical condition casting a heavy shadow over the ranch. Since her fall, Lou has been battling for her life. Her head injury has left her in a fragile state, while the broken leg is a constant reminder of the danger she faced. Despite the Heartland family's efforts to stay hopeful, it's becoming clear that Lou's recovery may not be as easy as they had hoped. Her condition is worsening, and doctors are growing increasingly concerned about her survival. As the family gathers around Lou, desperately trying to support her through the darkest hours of her life, Amy is torn between her love for her sister and the pressing decisions she still has yet to make. With Lou's life hanging in the balance, Amy faces not only the possibility of losing a loved one, but also the overwhelming question of her own future. Amid this crisis, Lou makes a surprising request, one that adds a whole new layer of complexity to Amy's already turbulent emotional state. Lou asks Amy to marry Nathan. Why would Lou, already facing the unimaginable, put this kind of pressure on Amy? Is it because she feels she won't be around to see Amy's happiness? Or is there something deeper at play? Whatever the reason, Lou's heartbreaking journey becomes a turning point for Amy. As Amy grapples with Lou's request and the weight of her own feelings, her decision becomes even more complicated. Will she follow Lou's wishes, or will she make her own choice? As Lou fights for her life, Amy finds herself torn between grief, guilt, and the stress of moving on. The emotional weight of grieving her late husband Ty still lingers heavily in her heart. Amy has been doing her best to maintain matters for Lindy, but it's becoming tougher to disregard the developing distance between her and the past. Amy has quietly been struggling with herself throughout Season 18. Her memories of Ty are ever present, and the idea of loving someone else feels like a betrayal of the beautiful life they once shared. But at the same time, the loneliness is suffocating her. Her heart aches for Ty, but her desire for companionship is undeniable. Then there's Nathan. Nathan has been by her side for quite a while now, offering unwavering support and guidance. His kindness and staying power have been a beacon of light during Amy's darkest days, but is that enough to help her let go of her past and embrace a future with him? Or will she remain trapped in the memories of the love she lost? As Amy faces this inner conflict, the audience is left wondering, will Amy ever find it in herself to move on? Can she truly open her heart to someone new? The tension between loyalty to Tay and the desire for new love creates a heartbreaking conflict that is both relatable and devastating. The journey is far from over, and Amy's emotional path is about to get even more complex. In this episode, we see Amy reach a breaking point, her emotions spilling over as she has a heartfelt conversation with Nathan. He senses the battle within her and gently presses her to face the truth of their situation. I care for you. I care for Lindy. But I need to know, do you see a future with me? Can you love again? Nathan asks softly. The weight of his words hits Amy like a ton of bricks. She knows it's time to confront her feelings, but she's uncertain of what her heart is telling her. The pain of losing Ty remains fresh, and every time she looks at Nathan, it feels like she's betraying the person she once cherished. But at the same time, she can't deny the connection between them. The emotional conversation unfolds, with Amy struggling to articulate what she's feeling. She finally admits, I don't know if I can ever love anyone the way I love Ty. But Nathan, I can't keep living in the past forever. I need to know what we might be. Nathan's reaction is filled with empathy and tenderness. He tells Amy that he's not asking her to forget Tay or the life they had. He's simply asking for the chance to walk beside her, to give her the space to heal, and to love her in his own way. It's a turning point for Amy, but the answer she seeks remains unclear. The emotional complexity of this moment, Amy's inner battle between her loyalty to Tay and her growing affection for Nathan, adds yet another layer of tension to the storyline. Viewers are left wondering whether Amy will ever be able to make room in her heart for Nathan, or if she'll remain anchored to the past, unable to move forward. Just as Amy begins to open up to the possibility of a future with Nathan, a phone call changes everything. Nathan's dedication to Amy and Lindy has been evident throughout Season 18, but with Lou's worsening condition and Amy's emotional turmoil, his staying power is being put to the test. Nathan is everything Amy needs in this moment: supportive, understanding, and steady. He's been there for her when she needed someone to lean on, and his love for Lindy is clear. Yet, despite all this, a question continues to linger: is Nathan the one for Amy? In episode 10, Nathan's role becomes even more vital. His relationship with Amy is tested in ways neither of them could have anticipated. The episode provides a turning point for them as they have an emotional and deeply vulnerable conversation about their future together. Nathan expresses his hopes for the life they could build, but he also faces the hard truth that Amy may not be ready for such a commitment. "I'm here for you," Nathan says with quiet resolve. "I'm not asking you to forget Tay. I know how much he meant to you, to both of you. But what I'm asking is for a chance. Just a chance to show you that there's room in your heart for me too." Amy's silence speaks volumes. Her heart is torn and the pain of moving on feels almost unbearable. She's stuck between two worlds, one in which Tay is still a part of her, and one in which Nathan could be her future. But the thought of loving again, of letting someone new into her life, is overwhelming. The pressure of being the strong one, of having to hold it all together for Lindy, makes it even harder. As Nathan presses her further, we see the vulnerability in Amy's eyes. She wants to believe in their future together, but she's afraid that it will never be enough. Afraid that she'll never be able to let go of her past. "I don't know," Amy whispers, her voice shaking. "I don't know if I can ever love anyone the way I love Tay." This heartbreaking moment is pivotal in episode 10. It's a reminder that healing isn't linear, and that even though Amy has been moving forward in many ways, there's still a lot of unresolved pain. Nathan's unwavering support is both a blessing and a burden, forcing Amy to confront her feelings head-on. But despite his gentle patience, the question remains: will Amy ever be able to truly move on and embrace a future with him? The love triangle. Nathan, Amy, and Tay's memories reach a boiling point, and as the episode progresses, we see Amy wrestle with this dilemma more than ever before. Will Nathan's love be enough to heal her heart, or will she find herself lost in the past, unable to move forward? As Amy struggles to navigate her emotions and the complexities of moving on, she finds herself at the heart of a love triangle that will have lasting consequences. On one side stands Nathan, loyal, compassionate, and unwavering in his devotion to Amy. On the other is Caleb, Amy's ex-husband, who continues to play a significant role in her life, particularly as a father figure to Lindy. Both men have shaped Amy's journey, but the question remains: which one is truly right for her and Lindy? The tension between Nathan and Caleb is palpable in this episode. Caleb, while understanding of Amy's need for space and healing, cannot ignore the deepening bond between her and Nathan. The dynamics between the three of them grow increasingly delicate, and in this episode, we begin to see the strain. Caleb, ever a reliable friend and a committed father to Lindy, carries a complicated history with Amy, one marked by both love and heartache. This past connection is not easily forgotten. Since their separation, both Amy and Caleb have changed in ways that cannot be overlooked. Caleb has shown time and again that he is dedicated to supporting Lindy and Amy, but their shared history still looms over them. Amy is left to confront the difficult question: can they truly return to what they once had, or is their past too painful and complex to rebuild? Caleb clearly hopes to rekindle their relationship, but Amy remains uncertain. She values his friendship and the bond they share, especially when it comes to Lindy. Yet she recognizes that her feelings for him have transformed. What they once had has evolved into something more platonic. Amy understands that she and Caleb have reached a crossroads, one that neither of them can ignore. While Caleb's presence in her life offers comfort and familiarity, Amy recognizes that her heart is no longer fully tethered to their past. The love they once shared may have been real, but the person she is now is different, and her feelings have evolved beyond what they once had. The question she must answer now is whether that past can ever truly serve as a foundation for their future together, or has their history, full of both joy and sorrow, simply become too complex to build on. In this episode, we also see Caleb's role in Lindy's life come under scrutiny. Though Amy and Caleb are no longer romantically involved, they share a deep dedication to raising Lindy as a team. Caleb has been a crucial part of Lindy's life, and his relationship with the little girl has only grown stronger through the years. Lindy's bond with Caleb is clear, and she sees him as a father figure in many ways. This creates a complex dynamic for Amy. On one hand, Caleb has always been there for her, supporting her even after their divorce. On the other hand, Amy must confront the question of whether having Caleb around as a father figure for Lindy is enough, or whether she can move forward with Nathan instead. Amy faces a difficult decision, one that involves not only her own feelings, but also what is best for her daughter, Lindy. After losing her father, Ty, and witnessing Amy's grief, Lindy has already experienced significant emotional turmoil. Amy wants to provide Lindy with stability and security, avoiding any additional uncertainty. But deciding between Caleb and Nathan presents a challenge, as both men offer different paths to that security. While Nathan represents a potential future Amy might hope for, Caleb has a strong established relationship with Lindy, a bond rooted in fatherly love, one that Amy deeply values. Caleb isn't simply an ex-husband trying to win her back, he's a man who has shown consistent commitment to Lindy and their family. As the plot of Heartland unfolds, the stakes become higher. Can Amy truly envision a future with Nathan while still holding on to her memories of Ty? Or will she find it impossible to leave behind her past with Caleb? These are the questions that add emotional tension to the episode's conclusion, leaving Amy at a crossroads. Season 18, Episode 10 leaves Amy's journey open-ended, with her future still uncertain. This pivotal episode highlights her personal growth and the evolving dynamics between her, Nathan, and Caleb. While Amy has made progress since Ty's death, she still struggles with balancing her love for him and the possibility of moving forward. Her decision, whichever path she chooses, will be a reflection of her resilience. At its core, Heartland has always been about healing, and for Amy, that process is far from over. In the next episode, the emotional journey will continue to unfold. With the tension rising between Caleb and Nathan, Amy must confront her own inner conflicts. Love, after all, is a complicated choice. While she feels deeply for both men, Amy's grief over losing Ty cannot be ignored. His absence leaves a void that no new relationship can instantly fill. Amy's internal struggle intensifies as she faces a heart-wrenching question. Can she ever love again without betraying Ty's memory? The fear of letting someone else in, of moving on too soon, weighs heavily on her. This internal battle reaches its peak in a vulnerable conversation with Nathan, where Amy admits her fear of forgetting or betraying Ty. "I'm scared," she confesses, her voice quivering. "If I let go of the past, I'll forget Ty, or worse, betray him. I'm not sure I'm ready to let someone else in yet." Nathan listens without pressure, offering comfort. "You don't have to forget Ty. You don't have to move on for anyone but yourself. But don't close your heart. You deserve happiness, and I'll be here when you're ready." Nathan's reassurance lingers in Amy's mind, but her doubts persist. The memory of Ty and the love they shared continues to haunt her. Can she ever find that again with someone else? Is it even possible to build a future with Nathan while holding on to Ty's memory? The conversation takes a new turn when Lou, facing her own health crisis, shares a heartfelt moment with Amy. In her vulnerable state, Lou offers wisdom that helps Amy see things more clearly. "You've been through so much," Lou says gently, "but don't let the past hold you back. Ty wouldn't want you to live in pain forever. He'd want you to love again, to give Lindy the future she deserves. You have so much love to give, and you don't have to carry this weight alone. Lou's words strike a deep chord with Amy. It's a turning point, one that makes Amy realize that moving forward doesn't mean forgetting Ty, it means giving herself permission to embrace joy and love once more. Ty will always be a part of her, but his memory doesn't have to be a barrier to her future. With a clearer mind and heart, Amy starts considering a future with Nathan. But even as she opens up to the possibility, doubt still creeps in. The fear of being hurt again, of risking her heart, is ever present. Love is a risk, and Amy isn't sure she's ready to take it. Amy's journey now leads her to a crucial decision. Will she choose Nathan, the man who has stood by her through thick and thin? Or will she hold on to her past, still too entangled in her memories of Ty to let go? Lou's battle for her life continues to affect Amy's decisions, and her strength in the face of mortality becomes a source of inspiration. Despite her own fragility, Lou encourages Amy to look beyond her grief and into the future. Life doesn't wait, and Lou understands that better than anyone. In a deeply emotional moment, Lou tells Amy, "You can't keep living in the past. Ty would want you to find happiness again. Lindy needs you to be whole again." These words hit Amy hard, but they also inspire her. Lou's own struggle to survive serves as a reminder that life is fragile, and it's time for Amy to step into the future. The love she shared with Ty will always be a part of her, but Lou's advice shows her that she cannot keep living in sorrow forever. By the end of the episode, Amy begins to understand that in order to honor Ty and the family they dreamed of, she must allow herself to heal and move forward. Healing doesn't mean erasing the past, it means opening her heart again, giving Lindy the stability and love she needs, and finding happiness in the future. As Lou continues to fight, Amy is finally ready to take the first step toward a new beginning. Whether she chooses Nathan or continues her journey alone, Amy's path forward won't be easy. But with Lou's words guiding her, she's prepared to face whatever comes next. The road ahead is still uncertain, but Amy knows she's capable of moving forward, honoring the past, and embracing the future with hope. Amy's adventure in Heartland Season 18, Episode 10, is one of love, loss, and new beginnings. In the end, it's not about forgetting Ty, it's about embracing the future with those she loves. With Lou's wisdom guiding her, Amy chooses to open her heart to Nathan, ready to build a new chapter in her life. But the road ahead remains uncertain. Will their love survive? Only time will tell. Amy's choice to embrace love again marks the beginning of a new chapter, though the past will always be a part of her. With Nathan by her side, she faces the future, carrying Tay's memory with her. Lou's journey is still uncertain, but her strength continues to inspire. As the Heartland family rallies together, the road ahead is filled with hope, healing, and new beginnings. Will Amy's decision lead to happiness? Only time will tell. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more. Thank you.